You know what the problem is? Is that you never talk about any actual evidence.
Election authority under fire in Congress.
About 3 weeks ago, you stood at a press conference and said, and I quote here, "When it gets to election day, we've been proactive to make sure we have the right people voting, electing the right leaders to lead this country." We all know what you mean and meant by the right people voting to elect the right leaders, but I want to narrow in on a different part of it. What proactive measures have you taken to make sure that the right people vote for the right leaders?
The job of the Department of Homeland Security is to secure our critical infrastructure. We go forward and identify vulnerabilities that may exist in that system, and then how that applies to elections is talking with states who run elections, identify and help them see how they can possibly be compromised.
I understand, yes, CISA
and then we
is supposed
offer
to do that, but you know what the problem is? And in fact, the Heritage Foundation's own information, its own data, says that in the 32 years from 1992 to 2024, out of 2 billion votes cast, 10 undocumented immigrants were found to have committed voter fraud. Are you familiar with this proposed executive order, 17 pages, that's been circulating?
I am not. What is it on?
It would propose that the president declare a national emergency, use executive authority to seize voting machines, and ban mail-in ballots. You've not seen this at all?
I have not read that, and I have not had those conversations with anyone at the White House.
If you were asked to do any of those things, do you believe you have the constitutional authority to seize voting machines, to seize voter rolls, to prohibit mail-in ballots? Do you believe you have that constitutional authority?
I've not done an analysis on that, so I would not be able to speak as a...
You're the secretary of the department that is in charge of maintaining election security. You don't know what your authority is or is not?
My authority is to identify vulnerabilities and to recommend
Well, it would be helpful in executing that authority if you knew what your authority was.
Time is the gentleman.